and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I upload booktube content, such as reading vlogs, reading wrap-ups, you name it. So for those, if you do enjoy that kind of content, then please give this video a thumbs up, please comment down below and please subscribe. And without further ado, let's just get on with the video because I am rambling. Okay. If you haven't gathered by the title, we are back with our April wrap-up and our May TBR. If you didn't really watch the last video, you will know I've changed from doing hopefuls to a TBR. I'm just going to say now, I didn't fully stick with my TBR this month. But we're going to start with our April wrap-up and then we will do our TBR prompts and then we'll do the TBR. So let's just get on with the books that I read in April. So, I read a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically 7 and 1 is a DNF. I technically read 6, still reading 1, but I've got 14% left to read. So I'm like, no, 16% left to read of a book. So I'm like, gonna finish that today, so I might as well include it in the wrap up. We're gonna start with the first book. I actually finished this in March, like the end of March, just after I filmed the wrap up, to be fair. But anyway, it was Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This is the fourth Harry Potter book. And anyone who knows me knows I'm not a massive fan of the film of this one. Like, I love the Harry Potter films, but this is probably my least favourite. Don't get me wrong, it used to be my favourite. Like, when I was younger, I would do anything to watch this film because I loved it. But I think I watched it way too many times, just on its own. And I just don't love it that much anymore. But this book, I loved everything about this book. I did go in between reading it physically on a Kindle and audiobook. So I paid for Audible just so I can listen to some of this on audiobook because I honestly needed to, I felt like it was helping me. I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was a really good, it was so much better than the film. But I gave this book 4 stars. Next we read More Than Just Us by Amelia. This was another one part of the Attack on My TBR video. And it is her debut novel, so I was so excited to read it because I watched Amelia on YouTube, really enjoyed her content, like love it. That I knew I had to get the book when it came out, so I did. I read this book and it was so cute. I cried at the end of the book. I was reading it and I was like, I'm not going to be fine. I knew it was going to be kind of emotional, but I was like, no, I'll be fine. I cried at the end of the book. It was very emotional. It was very moving. This follows Stella, who is a college student, and you're following the story of her reconnecting with her high school love, and first love, and only love, Bridger. And they ended for a reason. They broke up for a reason, and it was, I don't know, it was hard to read because it's very, like, it's very moving but very sad. But they broke up for a reason, and you have them reconnecting like years later, and like him trying to find out why she did what she did, why she broke up with him, and why. And eventually she tells him, which is when I started to cry. But it was really good. I felt it's really moving, and I really enjoyed this book. This was 4 stars. I would really enjoy this book. Then we have One Day by David Nichols. Now, I've read this one video that is coming your way, I think next week from when you're watching this video. I think it's going to be next week. I've done a video called My Best Friend Chooses My Next Read, and this was one of them. I was so happy when she said to pick this book up because I really wanted to read this book after watching the TV series. I'm obsessed with that TV show, like, I loved it, and I loved the film, but I loved the TV show more. And I just was like, I really want to read this book, so I did. And I'm not gonna lie, I did struggle with this book. I listened to a lot of it as the audiobook because I just felt like that was easier. I did enjoy the book. I did enjoy the story and the concept of the book, and I think because I knew what it was about, it helped me enjoy it more than if I didn't know what it was about and I just went in blind and read it first. I think if I read this before the TV show and film, I wouldn't have enjoyed it. I think because I read it for the TV show before the TV show, after the TV show and the film, it helped. I gave this a 3.75 stars. I thought that was really, it was good. It wasn't worth 4 stars in my eyes. It just was good. Next, I picked up Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. This was on my TBR for April, but I really enjoyed this book. This book follows Emmy Ryder, is that her last name? Or Clementine Ryder, also known as Emmy Ryder, and a guy called Luke Brooks in a town called Meadowlark. It's cowboy vibes. Emmy Ryder is a horse rider for races. She's been doing it for a while until an incident or an accident basically makes her come home to Meadowlark. And Luke is her brother's best friend, but also kind of a grumpy ass man. So it's like Grumpy versus Sunshine, brother's best friend vibes. But I really enjoyed this book. I absolutely loved it. Read through it. I really enjoyed the story between Emmy and Luke. I gave this book a 4.5 stars. It was so easy to read. Absolutely loved it. I loved the story between it, and I just felt like I needed it. Yeah, 4.5 stars. Really easy read. Really cute read. Next we have Hook, Line and Sinker. This is actually a DNF. It was not even a soft DNF. It's a fully DNF. I've put it on my vintage to sell it. I read up to, I think it was chapter 7. Yeah, chapter 7. Not far in, to be honest. That's like 86 pages, but I honestly could tell you I was not enjoying this book. I was not gripped with the book. I didn't care for it. And I got to a point where I was like, I don't have that feeling of wanting to read it, and it was making me go into that kind of like slumpy feel. Then we read The Situationship. Again, this was on my TBR for the month, so I'm pretty proud I stuck most of these books apart from one day and the next book and the book I'm currently reading up on my TBR, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I read The Situationship by Taylor Dior Rumble. I actually really enjoyed this book. I found it really funny, really gripping. It was really interesting. I read it basically in a day, and you're following a girl called Tia who is working in like the news, TV, journalism area, and she's fallen in love with her friend Aaron, and he comes back with a girl. He goes away for work. Aaron comes back with a girlfriend. She's now heartbroken because he's made her believe that he was into her before. The whole time they were texting whilst he was away, the whole time before he went away. And then he comes up with a girlfriend. She's heartbroken, so she starts online dating, which she has never done before. And eventually she meets a guy called Nate, and things start off between them two, and they've never had the conversation, and that's the idea of the situationship. I thought it was a really good book. It was a really good story and kind of relatable in some ways, and I enjoyed it. I gave it a 3 stars. I wouldn't say it was my favourite. Like, I wasn't like going, oh my god, I'm like loving it, but I gave it 3 stars and I thought it was really good. And then we went through a phase of I don't know what I want to read next. I didn't have a video planned until this weekend, so I was like, I need something to fill my time. Don't know what. I picked up Unravel Me and was like, I'm not in the mood for this dystopian novel, so I put it down. Didn't do enough, I just put it down. I read a few chapters, I was like, I'm going to put it down until I'm ready. So the night I put that down, I picked up on my Kindle, I picked up Drop, Cover and Hold On by Jasmine Guillory. And this is part of the Improbable Meet Cute novellas. This is number 4, so I've read 3 now out of the 6. I want to read another one before the month's up because I need to put it in my book journal. But I read that on my Kindle and it was just so cute. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I'm still thinking about it. And I read it on Monday night. It was literally 40 pages, like 40 pages, but it was so good. I gave it 3 stars. I really enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the story. It follows these 2 people. This girl, I don't remember the character's name, so I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say this girl who loves this bakery and was not going to go in, and then decides, it was also on Valentine's Day, so she decides, okay fine, she's going to go in, and she walks in, and the second she walks in, an earthquake hits, and the guy who works in that bakery, who runs it and owns it, she thinks hates her, and so they're stuck in this shop together because of this earthquake, and they start talking, and it's really cute. I loved it. I gave it 3 stars. It was just very adorable. And then I picked up The Legacy by Elle Kennedy. I was like, I didn't know what to read, so I was like, you know what? Let's just finish the Off-Campus series. And so I did. And I decided to pick up The Legacy, and this was a really easy read. I read most of it on my Kindle. just because it was easier. I'm really in a Kindle mood of reading right now, which is really weird because I haven't been for a while, but I thought it seemed to be really easy to read it all, mainly on my Kindle. And you've got, this literally has 4 parts to it. Each there's you've got the first part, which is Logan and Grace's part, I want to say. Logan and Grace's part is the first part. Then you've got Dean and Ali's part. Then you've got Sabrina and Tucker's part, and then you've got Garrett and Hannah's part. And but in each part, all of them make entrance in some way or another. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I think it was really cute. I had moments where I was like, I don't really care, but actually I did. I loved seeing them when they were grown up, and it was like, it's kind of like the next time, like 5 years down the line or however many, when they're growing up and things are changing in their life. And oh my god, I'm so excited because I know Elle Kennedy is now writing a series for their children, and obviously you've got Garrett and Hannah's kid in the Graham effect. So yeah, I gave this a 4 stars. I really enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it. And finally, the book I'm currently reading, we have on my Kindle, I'm currently reading Butcher and Blackbird. Let's just go to the cover page. Currently reading Butcher and Blackbird. And like I said, I've got 16% left. I'm done 84%, chapter 21. And I'm going to finish it today, so we might as well include this in this video rather than put it in the TBR. Loving it. Like, dark romance, I've only read a few dark romances. I've not done that much. I've not dived into it that much in my reading journey, but every time I read it, I do enjoy it. I'm not as deep into the dark romance as my friend is. She is very much into gruesome dark romance, and I don't think that's me. However, I will say Butcher and Blackbird is so good. I'm really enjoying it. There was a part where I was getting a bit like, okay, now I'm a bit bored, because it kind of felt like the dark part was going and we were just at the cutesy romance bit, and now we're back at the dark romance bit, so it's like, okay, good, we're picking back up. Good. I am really enjoying this book. This book is following Rowan and Sloane, and they're both killers. They are both serial killers for their own purposes, and they meet and they decide to start this game where each year they have to hunt down someone to kill, and the first person to do it is the winner. And it's just, I find it really good. I find it really gripping. I have loved it. I've sped through it. It's so good. I'm really enjoying their story. I'm really enjoying them. I actually am rooting for them, so I'm very pretty sure I'm going to give it a 4.25 stars. Now that we've done our wrap up and I suddenly feel a bit more alive, don't ask me why, but I do. It is time to use our TBR jar to pick our May TBR. Now, I'm only going to pick 5 prompts because I have 3 books, and they are quite hefty books to read for a video in May. I'm going to be starting it like at the end of April. We're going to pick 5 prompts. I'm going to give it a little bit of a shake. I hope I don't get the same one as last month, because that would be a bit poor. I'm going to take our first prompt. I will show you the 3 at the end when we do our actual TBR. First prompt. A book that will make me cry. Oh god. I don't know. I'm gonna have a look. Let's have a look. So we've got to choose from this only one I could think of. Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna, because I typically think this one will make me cry. It's If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. I have been meaning to read it for ages. I even started it last year and I didn't put it back down. So If You Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan is the first prompt we're picking up for a book that will make me cry. A book with flowers on the cover. Okay, we have a few choices. This one has flowers on the cover. The obvious one, Hot House Flower. I also know this one has a flower on the cover. I'm putting you back, I know I don't want to read you. We're going to pick up Hot House Flower by Chris and Rebecca Ritchie, just because I do need to get through the series, and Yeah, so we're going to read Hot House Flower by Rebecca Ritchie. 3 more to go. Okay. A book you are scared to read. Again, this leads on to a video that I'm planning to film, but I've got a few. I'm not sure which one I'm ready to put on there. I'm going to do it because I'm in the mood for it. Book I am scared to read, Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. Mainly because look at the size. Like, look at the size of this book. And like, if you see my other TBR books, you'll see that they're quite chunky. So this is damaged. I didn't notice it. It's not like that bad. It's annoying. I have got it on my Kindle though, so that's good. But Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh is going on my TBR. Whether I get to it is a different matter. 2 more prompts to go. Okay, a book that ends in an odd number. Do I have to go through all my books to find out the final like page number? We're gonna be here for a while. Okay, we're back. I decided for First Down by Grace Riley. This is 293 pages long, short book. Basically, I don't want to have, I'm trying my hardest not to have too many thick books because that's when I won't pick them up. So, First Down by Grace Riley. It is a football romance, and I have the other 2 in the series as well, so I feel like this is a good one to go with. And now we have 1 more prompt to pick. 1 more prompt. Come on. Multiple POV books. Can that mean more than what? Just 2, right? We're going to say it means 2 because I don't think I have like 3 point of views. Okay, this shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be hard because the majority of books I own is multiple point of view. Yeah, we're going to pick up Mile High by Liz Tomford because it's about time I get to this series. So, the Windy City series as it is, and I really want to read this book so I can get to Right Moves. So we are going to pick this one up. We have a full TBR. We'll show you the ones that we picked up the prompts first, and then I'll show you the other ones. So these are all the ones we got from the prompts. So we've got If Only It'd Be With Me, Hot House Flower, Keep Binding 13, First Down, Mile High. This is a prompt TBR that I'm hoping to stick to, we'll see. And then we have a video that I am planning to film that will be coming your way soon. Well, I'm going to be reading 3 of my most anticipated reads of this year that I haven't read yet. 2 of them are very, very new. One of them has been out now for 2 months, so it's a bit late for me to get to, but we're getting there now. Now that I think I'm emotionally ready for it. So first of all, we have Magnolia Park's Into the Dark by Jessa Hastings. This book, I don't know if I'm ready for it, but I need to be. The writing is big. I did not realise how chunky the writing is in this book, so yes. Then we have Wild Love by Elsie Silver. This is just high on my anticipated books to read, so yeah. Could have used this from multiple point of views. This is all Magnolia Parks. And then we have the newest release of them all, Funny Story by Emily Henry. I really wanted to read this as soon as I bought it. I bought it on Thursday and was like, I want to read this very soon. So I was like, what more better to do it for a video for my most anticipated reads. So I read this, Magnolia Parks and Wild Love. 3 books I really want to read like ASAP. So that is my May TBR. We have 8 books. Let's see which ones I get through. Come back in my May wrap up to find out what books I get through in May. But with that being said, that is the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, then please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon with another video. Bye!